Okay, I like to see my grip. Okay, here's Grant Wade. Let's stop him at the middle of his right leg. Okay? Let's stop you at the middle of your right leg. You know, you're going to see, it's kind of odd because you don't really see him cock his left wrist that abruptly. Let's go back to the next position with him. Watch. There's no wrist cock. None. Look at his left wrist. But you know he's going to have an L, right? Let's take you back to the middle of your right leg. Okay, there you are. Let's take you to the next position. You see how everything's going? Out, 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 out. So that's your interpretation of probably what Tiger Woods does. Okay? Now, watch him. He now starts seeing his left wrist. Because his left wrist has to cock and his right wrist has to bend. Yeah. Okay, so now you see a cocking in his wrist and a bend in his right wrist. Right. So with you, it's like one big swoop. There you go. Okay. And then at the top, it's like a bit of a let go. See the let go? So I can see, you know what you're doing is very complicated. And it's actually, it is leg. I agree with you. But the attempt to make the leg, I think, is incorrect. You know, and it's almost like a collapse. Make the leg the way I told you. Bring the power package down. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of drills. I think you have a very good golf swing. You know, I mean, obviously, power is an issue. Okay, so let's go back to the middle of your leg with your left hand only. Okay, cock the wrist. Now, continue to turn your shoulders. So you see, it's just shoulders. And that is a big arc, which is what you want, right? You know they're talking about Bubba Watson, why he hits the ball so far? Because he has a huge arc. There's a huge arc. The distance between your right ear and the shaft, or your right hand, is your arc. Okay, so that's a gigantic, there's your big radius of there's the big circumference and radius of your circle. So if you break down, if your swing breaks down really, really quickly, okay, if you get really wristy, you see how your circle becomes smaller, and you see how your arc becomes smaller. Keep a big arc, not a small arc. Best players have the biggest arcs. That's why Stricker's such a good ball striker. They all do. They all have these big, huge, wide swings. All right, so let's continue. So here's your drill. I want you to go back to the middle of your right leg and stop. Now I want you to cock your left wrist abruptly to the point where the shaft is parallel to the ground. Now I want you to go up to your L, and you can continue. You don't really have to cock your wrist because you already did. That's the beauty of it. So you got a perfect L now. Now, just turn your shoulders. Okay, so your goal now is turn your shoulders more. Now remember, you're doing it slowly.
Yeah.
Your goal is to put the club there and turn your shoulders another 2 inches. Right? Okay, and then from there, the straight left arm, the bent right arm, the bent right wrist, and the cocked left wrist all come down as one. Okay? So there's not this layback with the hand. I mean, you know what? If you were a tour player and I was giving you a lesson, and I would probably work with that wristy thing with you. But, I mean, you're talking about rocket science, right? And it's relative to the amount you practice. I just want you to improve your score by hitting the ball in play, and more often, your speed comes from your pivot.
Yeah.
You have enough leg. I want you to start moving faster through here, and we already had that lesson, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, questions?
That's good.
Let's look at this same one down the line, okay?
This is the latest one?
This is the last section. Okay, I love it. It's right on plane, by the way. That is pointing at your target line. So it's on plane. Now, the more you turn, the more it'll go back behind you. Okay. So you work